advise we're back again like we never left.
Banger. We're back with another banger. What
Back
it
again.
is.
We're
Talk
here.
to us nice.
Let's get it.
Let's get some introductions. Boy.
You know who it is.
Boy.
It's your boy, Drew. What it is. Talk to me nice when you see me.
It's your boy Nez. Back again.
This Big Jerry right here, you know the name.
Big
Yo,
Jerry.
don't even say Big Jerry. Mr. Z. Mr. Zambia in the house.
Mr. Zambia Perth, ladies and gentlemen. Put some respect to my brother's
Put some
name.
respect to my name, man.
Put some respect to my brother's name.
I have a fact about Jerry, but I'll drop that
Nah,
later.
behave yourself.
Every day we have a fact. Every episode.
That's right. That's right. You know the name of the game.
What's the name?
Fact about Jerry.
Fact about Jerry.
That's right.
One day you get tired. What would you do? Where would you be with that? One day.
Do you think I'll run out of things? Yeah, Jerry.
Now,
This guy.
Now this one is one that people don't know. Maybe even Nez doesn't know this one, but it'll come later on.
Even me, I
My
don't
point.
know.
I can't wait to hear this one. I can't wait to hear it.
But yeah, talk to us. What's the
happening?
question? What's the question?
So I was gonna say what the question today is, or what we're trying to discuss. But you said something interesting before the camera started rolling.
What'd I say?
about Every episode is,
Oh yeah. No. Every episode is a question. It starts with a question, and that leads us.
bars, bars, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's true. It's true. If you look at
Every episode
episode
is a
5, was it episode 5 or 4? I wasn't here for episode 5, so
Oh, literally every episode is a question, eh?
exactly.
Episode 6.
So what was? Let's go backwards from where we are now. What was episode 5? What was the question?
Episode 5 was
Happiness. What does happiness look
What
like
does
to you?
happiness look like to you?
With
Oh,
me,
for
Vala.
real?
Shout out to me, Vala. That was
Shout out.
Made
Woo!
an amazing episode.
Vala was like,
An
Yeah.
amazing episode. If you haven't watched it, please.
check out our episode 5. That was literally
I've
like
never asked anyone to watch anything.
transparency. Like if there's one thing you can watch this one and then watch that one. And
Yeah.
if you
I'll
want
start with this one. Okay. Watch the previous episode and watch
it,
the one now.
that's what I said, yeah.
It was like, watch that one and watch the
Wait,
other one. I
And
was like,
watch that
bruh.
one. Buy one.
Get one
one
free.
I would say the same.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking up a notch. We're getting
Let's get
deeper into who we are as people, deeper into what drives us. The question today, let's give it a guess. Okay, that doesn't work. 'cause
That-
we
that-
don't know.
we know the
Bro,
question.
just drop the ball, mate. Drop
Actually,
the ball.
in the comments as well as you're watching
sorry,
this,
I was
just
trying to,
type what
you
you
know,
think
drop
the
the
question
ball.
is.
Okay, before I drop it, you know those like competitions where someone's about to win and then they'll be like, and the winner is.
Oh yeah, then
And
they
you look
say
at
like a
something
horse.
You
whatever.
find it after the break. I'm like, bruh.
That's crazy.
It
That's
gets
crazy. If we do that, people
Yeah,
will
nah.
come at us.
People
Yeah.
fires.
But
Peace.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh yeah. What do you think the question is? Before we even say anything, type it down in the
Type it
comments.
down. Stop the video right now. Stop the video whenever you're watching it. Wherever
Type
you're
it
watching
down.
it from. And just think about what we're talking
I
about.
was,
What
I
we're
was-
talking
I
about.
was about to do something that Nez would do. Winner gets like 1,000. That's something Nez would do. So if you get it, then Nez will send Nez your bank account
Easy.
details. And it's
Millionaire.
literally gonna ka-ching on you, mate.
Sponsored by Sofit. Just
Sponsored
saying.
by
Life,
Sofit.
Australia. This is,
Sofit.
so we haven't spoken about Sofit before, but
We haven't.
I'll let Jerry run us through Sofit. What is Sofit?
Nah,
Like,
should he do it now?
should we do it now? Probably not now. Eh?
Not now. Not
Yeah.
now.
They're
Do
not
that.
ready. Yo ain't ready for
You're
it.
not ready.
You have to prep.
Sponsored by Sofit website,
Sofit.
right in the description, right in the link right now. Australia's biggest
much.
fitness
That's right.
movement.
That's right.
It's a movement. It's not even a brand.
It's massive.
Fitness movement. Yeah.
Well,
But guys,
Yo.
to say the least.
topic today. Peace.
get it.
Peace.
Like
peace. We draw
peace,
peace signs all the time. What does peace mean?
Peace. Every photo. If you haven't taken
I
a
was
photo
gonna-
like this, have you even taken a photo?
What is peace? What does peace mean to you? What is peace?
Peace.
When I hear peace, I think of the song Peace. I don't want to start singing it. Holds me when I'm broken, sweet peace. I think it's by Bethel Music. Yeah, I love that song. That song literally draws me closer to
man, I
God
need
every
to
time.
get
You know a funny fact about me? I know songs, but I also don't know songs.
Ah, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, like I'll actively listen to songs, but do I know them?
That's a song.
I also
by
don't know.
Bethel Music. I love that song.
Yeah.
I wish you could
Amazing.
play it there, but that's
I
a
wish
huge problem.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Copyrights and everything.
Mm.
And then my lawyers are gonna be busy again. But
What you mean again? What you do?
Again, what you've been doing,
I'm
man?
signing contracts, bro.
Oh yeah.
Contracts.
Making that
life,
money?
No life is nice. Anyways, guys, peace.
All right, so
let's have peace.
I'm gonna let's have peace. Let me get right into it. So I've always given this description of peace. So listen, I'm gonna give you a quick story. So there's everyone knows the Victoria Falls. I'm not gonna go into whether it's on the Zambian side of things or the Zimbabwean
for
thing.
life.
But
Yeah.
anyway, let's assume it's shared half and half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Which it's
picture
not, but anyways, go on.
picture the Victoria Falls. If any of you don't know, the Victoria Falls is like one of the 7 wonders of the world. Zambia has it. Zimbabwe, check it out. It's amazing. But you look at the Victoria Falls or any falls, there's a lot going on. There's water splashing, there's rocks crashing each other, there's wind, everything. There's so much going on. But there is a bird that builds its nest on a tree. A little bird builds its nest on the tree. There's so much going on. You know, the water is bashing against each other. You know, the wind is doing its thing. Maybe it's even pouring, it's raining and everything. But a bird is going to build its nest and still sleep. So how you can learn from that, for me, peace is in the midst of all the noise going on. You're not bothered. You're just... And that perspective has taught me that a lot of people, I used to be the person to think peace is, oh, I've got no problems. Peace is you're going through hell, but you've got peace. There's, you're just calm. You know that things are going to be good. You know, things are good.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my understanding through an explanation of a story.
Oh, okay, that's dope. That's dope. And I'm just gonna hand it over to Nez because he's our guy with the facts.
I was gonna ask, like, did that have to be the Victoria Falls? It could have been anything.
No, just that.
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm just.
I mean, it could have been a volcano.
The bird could have been in the volcano. It could have been in Ukraine. Russia. But peace. I'll choose peace.
You choose peace. No, you like problems. You
Always.
like problems. You choose violence, mate.
I was looking at the definition online, and peace can be described as the freedom from disturbance, tranquility, or as a state or period in which there is no war or war has just ended. So, yeah, but I think the first one holds more weight. So pretty much freedom from disturbance, the freedom, and the opposite of freedom is, I would say, to be enslaved by something.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like Jerry is saying, having that freedom of not being tied or pegged to whatever is happening around you is you having peace and you having freedom to that.
Deep.
But yeah, I don't know. It's really deep. What do you think?
I like it. I genuinely think that there's many variations of peace, but peace is at the core of it all. I would say peace, for an example, peace is you making a decision and being content with the result, regardless of what the result may be. That's peace. Say you're going to buy a Lamborghini today.
Yeah.
That's about $1 million out of your account. Come rain, come sunshine, you're getting that Lamborghini. You've made up your mind.
Yeah.
You get that Lamborghini, right? And then someone scratches it. Are you going to be peaceful?
Oh, choose peace.
It's just a Lamborghini at the end of it.
After
So
this
what?
day, I choose peace. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a Lamborghini. But peace is you made the decision to get it, even though you've lost 1 million just like that in an instant. You having it still gives you peace. I mean, you're $1 million short, but you're still at peace because it's something that your decision that you made towards getting it. You're content with it because you built on it, you thought of it, you meditated on it, and eventually you got it, and boom, $1 million gone, but you have the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Peace.
You know what's coming to my mind right now? Just in line with what you said, is tithing. So I used to struggle. I'm getting better at tithing, which is, for those who may not know, it's like 1/10 of your earnings, your salary, whatever it is, to give to the church. It could be to give to God's will. That's tithing. So I used to struggle with that because I'd be like, I make so much and then I have to give this much, and you look at what's left of it, and then I've just got into a place where I'm not even making it sound like I'm bragging or anything, but just looking at it as you can give, and then I used to have this mindset where it's like when I give, it ends there. But for me, it's like You give, and that's like an investment. That's a seed into
Yeah.
something. It's gonna come back in a different way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be you give Nez $100, you get back $100. It can be you give Nez $100. Because of that $100, there will be some event, and Nez will just literally be the one person who you need to get to the high table, and that $100 has paid for that. So, in line with peace, I would say tithing, tithing gives you peace when you numb your muscles, numb your heart to holding on to things.
David dance, my guy. David dance as you give it.
Yeah.
David dance your way to the altar. Just
David
That's
dancing.
powerful.
exactly.
I've been hearing David. Open the Bible, the first thing I saw was David.
Yeah.
And then sermons, YouTube pop up David. I don't know what God is telling me about David this week. But what I hear is that the peace exists on a coin spectrum, right?
Oh.
In which it's two-sided from what I hear.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's internal peace and then there's external peace. So internal peace is you choosing to be peaceful based on yourself, you being you tithing, you having peace, but then there's the peace where, say, people that live in places where there's war or there's domestic violence or there's whatever, that place does not have peace, does it?
No.
So
What's the absence
that
of
was
peace? Because in
slavery?
those,
I don't know. But so I was gonna ask, how do you be peaceful? Like the bird. It's easy for us to say, "Oh, the bird is building a nest in."
The falls.
There's a song that I think it's a Pompey song where it says, "I look out the window and it's storming, and I've got a smile on my face, and everyone looks at me and think that I'm crazy." I don't know what song that is. If you know what song this is by Pompey, please put it in the description.
There's another one of my favorite songs, Firm Foundation, where there's a line where it says, "I've got peace that makes no sense when everything around me is failing or shaking." It's like everything around you seems like it's not adding up. It's against the grain, it's against the odds, but you have peace through that. I think it takes a lot of wisdom to be able to. I feel it's a muscle. I feel it's something that you don't just have. It's something that you nurture, you grow, you learn about. So how can someone learn how to have peace?
That's what I was gonna ask. How do you have it? Like the bird can build a nest. The bird probably thrives on its own instincts to provide for its little, to protect its eggs. But human beings.
I think ever since having Mivala on this podcast, there's one thing that I've run with, I will run with, and you choose to have peace.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. I was gonna say, in regards to the last episode, peace is also a choice. The
Everything
bird
is a
chooses
choice.
to build its nest there because that's where it wants to build its nest. It chooses that spot and it's peaceful in the choice it's made.
So how can you be peaceful if, I don't know?
I think the first thing is becoming aware of your environment. That's from my perspective. Become aware. What's around you? Is there so much going on? There's so much noise. Because obviously the opposite of peace is
Disturbance.
disturbance. There's so much noise.
And
Lack of better terms, I'm gonna use the word noise.
Yeah.
So become aware. There's so much noise. Let's say your family is going through a breakup. Your relationship with your partner is going through, like, your business. There's no peace. Become aware of it. How do you become aware of it? You sense the state of your mind, your heart, your emotions. The decisions you make, are they governed by,
External factors.
Exactly. So becoming aware is the first step to getting peace. Then the entrepreneur, the businessman in me, the investor, like I remember the story you told, but the investor in me is saying, be comfortable with losing, because losing is how you choose it to be. You can look at a loss as a loss, or look at a loss as a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
So then after you become aware of the situation at hand, you now need to break it down.
Okay. Break it down how?
Break down the fraction.
What's causing the opposite of peace? What's causing the noise? Let's just, for lack of going back and forth, let's say the opposite of peace is noise.
Yeah.
Distraction.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you able to give us an example of like a time in your life where there's been distraction and noise and there's been the Victoria Force around you and you've been that bird and you've decided to just focus on your nest and just stay? Can you think of, could be recently or in your life?
Actually, yes, I can. And I'll start with before I even came to Aussie, before I came here.
Preach.
So pretty much there was a lot going on. My dad wasn't in employment. My mom was also like trying to keep the home together and everything. At the time, I hadn't been in school. All my friends were in school. Everyone was like, everything was going well for everybody. For me, I'm just there grinding, hustling. All I used to do was gym. Every time I'll go to the gym 6 a.m., get back home 11 a.m. So a practical way of looking at this is I had no idea how I was going to get into school. Funding was like crazy, but I would pray. One thing that gave me peace was praying. I'll be like, yo, God, I literally don't know where the funds are going to come from. I don't know what's going to happen, but I would trust. I would choose to trust. Put myself in environments that would calm me down. Having faith gave me peace.
That's powerful, bro.
Long story short, like somehow, and the thing with the way God works is I always give this this analogy. So let's say, think of it, you want to walk from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Okay. But then imagine, let me give a visual explanation. This is point A, this is point B. So here from point A to point B, there's like a huge ground and you can't go there. You can't walk.
Yeah.
So Nez is here point A. He wants to get to point B. He's so mad that he can't get to point B. All his friends in the same lane have the space. They're walking. They're getting like from point 1, 2, 3, 4. They're getting closer.
Yeah.
But what God is going to do, when his friends are getting to point 7, he's going to bring a helicopter. Nez will get in the he won't even be doing much. And he'll get there. Fly there.
Yeah.
But what matters is what you do while you're waiting.
Yeah. That's powerful, bro.
So, no, I get you. Preparation, basically finding the calm in the storm. That's basically it.
Find the calm in the storm. Be aware of the storm. Know that you're in a storm, but find the calm in the storm. There's plenty ways to kill a cat.
Horrible saying.
I always love that.
Horrible saying.
Find the calm in the storm. It could be anything for you. Find a way to keep yourself. I think have faith. Having faith and attaching with having a goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That keeps you going. Faith is like the evidence of
things not seen.
Things not seen. You say,
but
okay,
hoped for.
Yeah, there's so much going on, but this is what I want, and I'm gonna have faith. Faith supplements peace.
That's powerful, bro. Bars. You spitting bars today, bro.
Spit.
Yeah.
So earlier I said that there's many different ways to view peace, right? So earlier this week I spent some time asking different people 3 simple questions. The first, I'm gonna ask both of you. The first was, what is peace to you? Nez, start with you.
To me, peace. I would say it's calmness as well.
Yeah.
For me, it's peace comes from walking with God. So every time I walk with God, every time I'm walking with God, I don't worry about anything. It's calm. It's easy. But when I'm by myself and when I rely more on my human abilities, when things then get harder, it's when or maybe I pay more attention to the things around me when I'm relying on myself.
Yeah.
Whereas if I rely on God, it's like God gives me this bird's eye view.
Yeah, on everything.
I can't be worried about this small issue because I'm attaching myself to something that is greater than
everything that's around you.
So peace for me correlates to how closely I am. I think if I could grow a chart, I could say if I'm this close to God, that's how much peaceful I am. The more I move away from him, the
more noises around you.
Yeah. I was gonna share an anecdote that similar to what Jerry did. Like when I came to Australia, I had no friends whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was like very loud, very comfortable, school in Zambia, and I moved here. It's like you don't know anyone in a new
literally
town.
from scratch. From scratch,
no one knew you. It's like no one knows you anymore, and you're black. Black is the tag. It's a color that you wear. Right? It was really, really sad and really depressive for me. I was really depressed, and I would choose to walk to school and from school every single day just so I could pray and talk to God.
Yeah.
It was like, and it's funny because for a long time I was really mad at like people that like no one ever reached out to me, like none of my relatives ever said, hey bro, how you doing? Like I was live, like no one ever checked. And I was mad at that. And then one day it just occurred to me like, bro, like that happened. So God made sure that happened, that you were alone and isolated. So when you could look back, you could know that it was Him that was with you the whole time. And that gave me so much peace. Like I would walk and just pray and talk to Him. And I'm like, bro, like, I can't say bro to God, but you know what I mean? Like, like, you know, and that's what peace. So for me, peace is how closely am I walking with God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep. Jerry.
So while Nez was sharing,
Yeah.
I was pretty much just having a lot of flashes of what peace could be to me. So for me, peace comes to be fearlessness, built on wisdom.
Bro.
You're fearless.
Come on. Feeling like a DJ in the house.
Peace is I've had not, I will have. You don't have, you have. You're not shaken.
I love that verse by Paul in the Bible where he says, I've also not had.
Yeah.
But you know, I hate misquoting the word. I always have to look specifically, but you know. Yeah, I'm just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just adding to it.
So
look
for
at
me,
me, bro.
So for me, peace is it's literally numbing. There's one time my pastor told me like, make your heart numb to money. And I said, what does that mean? You know, like he said, Jerry, if you didn't have money, would you still be the same person?
Yeah.
Because my goals are driven by my goals are driven by a lot of things to do with, not that they're materialistic, but they're evident in some regards with materialistic things.
Yeah.
So if I want to buy my mom a car, I want to buy my parents a home, that's material. But the motive behind that is to give them freedom. They don't have to put my parents.
But don't
out
you
of
think
retirement.
you can also, because sometimes we go for things that represent other things.
But that's what I'm saying. The principle that underlines the whole material experience
is freedom.
Is freedom.
But you can get them freedom without having to buy a house or buying a car.
But it's a starting point.
It's just different perspectives. You know what I mean? Like I was reading a book called The Psychology of Money, where this guy was saying some people, like, we do things for others. We do things because of extrinsic reasons as human beings, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying, for example, if you want to buy a car because you want the prestige and the
honorifics that come with it,
right? It's like sometimes if people look at the car and they won't even like notice the guy that's in the car. It's just like, oh, that's a nice car, and then they look somewhere else. So it's like, if you really want the respect and the honor, there's other ways that you can get that, other non-financial ways that you could still get respect and admiration from people without having to spend on the car. If that's what you're really looking for, then is the car there, you know? It's a different perspective. Yeah.
There's plenty of ways to kill a cat, mate. So it's like
horrible saying.
You choose.
So how would you kill a cat?
No. I don't want to know.
How would you choose to kill the cat according to you?
Nah, I just choose to kill the cat by having peace.
Schrodinger's cat, put it in a box. Either it's dead or it's alive.
When I say this, let me disclaimer. When I say there's plenty ways to kill a cat, I don't literally refer to killing a cat. A cat is just a terminology. It's just what do you call it?
But what metaphor.
But where does that metaphor come from? Doesn't that metaphor come from the death of? Right.
Okay. Coming back.
Are you good, Jay?
Next question. So what I asked everyone, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put the video or the voice notes because it was pretty much improv.
Yeah.
At the end of this video.
And you haven't answered the question though.
I will.
Okay.
Still two more. Let's see. The first question was, what does peace look like to you? Second question was, what do you do to get to that peaceful state?
And then both look at me.
I think it's natural that you go first.
I think what you do to get to peace is define peace to yourself first.
Yeah. Let me rephrase it. How do you exercise your peace?
How do you exercise your peace? Know what peace is to you first.
Okay. So not them. I'm talking to you.
To me, that was deep. So I would ask myself, what does peace like to me?
Yeah.
Peace to me is smiling. I've noticed a lot of things are
Easier.
curable, are doable just by smiling. When you walk in a room, you can choose to be happy by smiling.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sad, I can bet you, if there's obviously that weird creepy smiling where it's like,
Yeah.
why is this person smiling? But naturally, if I walk into a room and I greet someone, if I greet Nez, I walk into a shop and Nez is the guy on the counter or anything, and I'm like, hi, how are you doing? It's my default settings, but I'm, hey, how are you doing? Automatically.
But you know what's hard? Having that energy and having that highness, and then someone just responds with or they don't respond back to you. So that, how do you maintain? Sorry, it's like another sub question, but how I find it hard to maintain that frequency.
Yeah.
Where I could be like, oh my god, I'm feeling good. Hey, how you going? And then someone's just like,
And
then
that's
it's
the
like,
thing.
Oh, snap.
That's the thing. You have to be aware of the fact that this person could be having the worst day, and you could either make it worse or make it better.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to discern someone's energy, ride on their wave while still maintaining your. That's why when I'm going out, I'm in a social event.
Yeah.
I have to sense the environment. I look in the room. This will sound really funny, but I would gauge the energy of the room.
Yeah.
And if I see it's like somewhere where I can put my guard down and be like, I will be that. But if I notice everyone is like cold
On
or
their
this is not-
phones.
yeah, I can. There's plenty ways to kill cat. I can be that person who's like, everyone put your. I've done this once.
How
at
many
the
cats
party.
have we killed today?
5.
I've done this once at the party. The party I went to, there was like everyone's dead, and I literally made everyone stand up and start dancing. Literally, I could have chosen to be like, it's dead.
I
It
don't-
would also be dead.
I don't think I need to say any fact about Jay. I think he dropped that one on his own.
Boss, what's the thing?
Because of this, I don't even think I answered the question. Have I answered your question?
No.
What was your question?
We're going on the way to it.
How do you maintain your peace? But before we move on, funny enough, the smile thing, I had an interaction today when I went to the shops on my way back. Was it today? I think it was today. Normal thing, like you said, I don't maintain my level of energy. It's just there.
Yeah.
So I just, for me, to answer your question about maintaining your energy when someone's like that, just be you. Just casually flow. So I was just doing my own thing. I was talking to the cashier. I was like, oh, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I just want this for myself, da-da-da. Put them in store. And as I was leaving, I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. Have a good day. And I walked away. The person behind me who got to the counter, he was like, I've just been blessed by that young man. Out of the blue, when people are like down, but because of the energy that you put out,
Yeah.
it sort of changes their perspective, and all of a sudden now they feel vibrant as well. They're like, okay, yeah, I can do this too. Let's go. Let's
Life is
go.
good.
The
So-
power. I think I myself and a lot of people really underestimate the power of just a smile. A smile can literally brighten a room.
Mm-hmm.
It can get you deals. It's gotten me deals, contracts. A smile can make or break.
That was my next one for next episode.
But how do I maintain peace when
Yeah.
there's no peace?
No, how do you get to that state of peacefulness? Like, what do you do to exercise your peace?
Meditate, practice silence, be comfortable with your thoughts, be comfortable with not having thoughts. That's what meditation is. I try to get a lot of my friends into meditation.
Yeah.
It's just sitting and literally ignoring all your thoughts. So that literally is an intrinsic way of practicing peace. Most times when people refer to peace, it's an extrinsic thing where everything, you've got bills to pay.
Yeah.
But has any of you ever tried meditating?
Not yet, no.
Nah.
Just try box. This is what we call box. No, what we call there's box meditating, where it's like you breathe in, that's 1, breathe out 2, breathe
Just
in
like
3, breathe out 4. It's just called box because it's 4 things,
Yeah.
corner to corner. So with your eyes closed, try not to think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Set a timer for 5 minutes. So that's peace for me.
Okay. Nez?
Peace.
How
I
do
think
you
I've answered the
exercise
question
your
already.
peace? Yeah, but
He's like, go again.
yeah, again.
For me, peace is just walking with God. How closely are you walking with God to myself?
That's how you exercise it.
Yeah, like how exercise is walking with God. The more I breathe,
Yeah.
mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do for your mindfulness?
Live in the moment. Realize that you're in the moment.
Yeah,
and
because
not-
mindfulness is all about being present in the moment, being present in the now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's easy for us to worry about, because that distraction can come from even just worrying about things that you don't have control over.
Can I answer your question real quick?
Yeah.
I remember that I could die any day.
Yeah.
That's one way to remind me.
I think I tell you that as well, hey.
You have
Because because sometimes I'll be like trying to do something.
What if you die
and
today?
then
And then
like,
you're
bro,
like,
just do it.
you're literally walking your last
Yeah.
hours of your life on eggshells. Like,
Yeah.
playing it safe so
Yeah.
much and
Playing it safe, whatever.
And take the risk,
can
jump,
come from.
take
the
that,
risk, jump.
lose
you
that
know?
girl, lose that whatever, but still
I
get
was
back.
listening to Steve,
Butler.
not Steve, my boy. Nah, not him.
I feel like we should give him a shout out. Like,
Shout out
like,
Steve Bartlett.
Shout
He taught me so
out.
many things.
he inspires a lot of these guys.
Bro, shout out Steve Bartlett. But now I was listening to TD Jax. His name left my
Was
brain.
it the one that you said?
The video, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He spoke about invisible fences that he had for his dogs, right? The invisible collars were like a dog. They were like perimeters because he lives on a big property with lots of acres and whatever. And there's so many things that I could kill these dogs.
Yeah.
You know, many ways to kill a cat. So he said he's got these invisible collars or invisible fences where if the more the dog goes to near the fence, the more it starts to vibrate. And then the dogs don't cross that line because and there's no fence, it's literally like blank, whatever, you know. And then he was saying he's got 2 dogs. One of the dogs is literally scared of going through. Once it vibrates a little bit, they don't. And then there's another dog that will embrace that pain. It will vibrate, whatever.
It'll go.
But it will go just to explore what's on the other side.
That feels like me.
You know?
Me, if you put like do not enter, you'll find me clicking, touching everything.
What does this?
I'm filled with so much curiosity, like what's not there, and I think a lot of children are like that. But anyway, go on.
But sometimes, like the distraction, that's the opposite of the peace, can be because of just worrying too much about what's this whatever. Like you can practice mindfulness. For me, it's like I just take deep breaths. Like, bro, I'm here now. You know, it's like, bro, this assignment is due today. If I don't work on it, it doesn't matter how much I stress on it.
Breathing,
Like
hey.
I just have to do. You know what I mean? It's
Like taking deep
Do you
breaths
take
is
deep
like
breaths today?
massive.
Yeah.
That's also somewhat like meditation, because even my meditation, I try to take deep breaths because
and focus on your breathing as well. I just focus on in, out. That's all. I'm good. I'm in this moment right now. And if it's tough, you just pray.
Alright, let's take a deep breath, everyone. On the count of 3. On the count of 3, next. He wants to finish all the oxygen in the room, this guy.
I have this app. You know the app? The app that you used to for streaks.
Oh yeah.
And one of the streaks that I have is mindfulness. So I have to do my breathe in at least 3 times a day. So in the morning when I wake up, it's like, bro, I just breathe. Okay, I'm here. Like midday before going to bed. Okay, I'm here. Like it does reinforce that calmness. It's calm. Everything's gonna be okay.
Even closing,
You know?
I feel like we should do another episode on it, because there's peace where it's like in a moment,
Yeah.
then there's peace where it's a phase of your life where. So I feel we should do a next episode if you want us to do another episode on peace.
Yeah.
Go in depth on phase and also moments. What peace could be in different.
If I was gonna sum it up with one thing or one verse, it would be just being close to God, walking in God, talking to God. God wants relation. The more you're close with Him, because peace is a fruit of the Spirit.
It is.
And we can only get the fruit
Galatians
by
5.
actually walking with the, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you.
So,
Answers my question. I do have one last question that everyone did answer. And I gave the same analogy, I believe. This was, so you get up Friday morning. Your whole week has been fantastic. You get up Friday morning. Nothing is going the way you planned it. Nothing is working out for you. You've been taken out of your peaceful state forcefully. You've gone through the whole day worrying, stressing, and you've been dreading going through the whole day.
yeah.
What do you do to get your peace?
Can I answer that one? Go first. One thing that I've been learning, and I think I got this from one of Stephen Bartlett's episodes, massive legend. But one thing that I've been learning to do is flipping the perspective.
Yeah.
That one word, guys, perspective is a big thing. So I don't know what conversation we're having about before, where you asked me something, and then I said, but you can also see it as this. I don't remember what it was, but literally, it could be anything. Because I used to
Ask yourself kind of, how can I turn this for my good?
just how can I look at it differently? It could be that as well, you know. Like sometimes something could happen to me, and I was like, oh, the world hurts me. Oh, the world, I'm the victim. You know, it's like everyone's racist to me.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can I feel like, bro? What's the different? What's an alternative perspective to what I've been taught, to how I see the world? Because there's a way I see the world, which has been built up on how I was raised.
Yeah.
How I react to trauma. How I was brought up, the environment I've been raised in, the environment that I live in, the people that I'm around, all these things. But internally for me, it's the perspective. There's different perspectives to issues. There's your perspective, and then even in any conflict, there's always two perspectives.
Yeah, always.
There is your perspective, there's the other person's perspective, there's my perspective. My perspective is I work very hard. There's the government's perspective is the one that attacks.
They want that paper.
The moolah.
So yeah, it's really how you can change. Everything's going bad. So you've been going through peace, whatever.
Yeah.
One thing is traffic. I'm driving somewhere and there's traffic. The road stopped, and it's like back in the day, I'd be like, oh, you know, the road is. But now it's like, bro, I could have left 30 minutes earlier to account for such things.
Yeah.
I didn't account for that.
Or
you know,
this is a chance for me to listen to bigger podcast.
Ah.
You know?
Shout out.
And
You don't know
the
what
other
you
thing.
better be doing.
Bro, I drive 2 hours to work.
Yeah.
Drive an hour going, an hour coming back. And I used to, oh my God, it's a long way. People say, oh, that's a long way. But for me, I enjoy it, bro, because I will listen to like books. The amount of books that I've read just driving that far. It's the perspective. How can you use, you know what I mean?
You
So,
switch
yeah.
the perspective to your advantage, and that gets
Switching-
you
Yeah.
to switch into that peaceful state. In that,
Right, it could be anything. Whatever you're going through, there's always a different perspective to look at things from.
so the moment you change the perspective, it sort of gives you an insight, and you're like, okay, I was worrying for no reason. And then you come down, and then you're back in that Zen moment. You're back in the moment of peace. Is that it?
Even one thing is let replies, because I'm always like hamming down on people. Like people take 5 days to reply. And my friend told me like, dude, you know people actually have lives, and
Let's all just wait for Ness to text. Okay, guys, Ness has texted.
and it's like, yeah, like that's the alternative perspective, but there's different perspective could also be a not up on the priority list for that person. That's another perspective.
It is.
People will make time for what is important for them. So it's like there's different perspectives, but just don't sell yourself short with the negative ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm the victim. Oh, it's happening to me. Oh, you know, my life can't get right, because your words have power. Whenever you speak, a wise man once told me, a wise man being Jerry, that words are like babies.
Once you give them, you can.
You give birth to a baby, it's there, like you know. And the only way you can take words back is by speaking words that are higher than
Than the
words
ones that
spoken
you
before,
spoke.
You know. So when sometimes I feel like I'm saying too much, but just to end it, sometimes I'll be around people who will say something, and I'm like, nah, I don't agree with that. Please say, like, because your words have got power in the situation. You know, like I was driving with a friend once, and then the situation, like something was happening, something personal was happening, the situation was looking bleak, and they said something that spoke death in the situation.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, nah, like let's speak life in this situation. There's different perspectives.
Yeah.
What's your perspective?
What's your perspective, Jerry? Peaceful moment. How do you get it back? A whole week of stress. Oh, a fantastic week on one day, the last day of the week, goes crazy.
Just like really drastically downhill.
Downhill from the
Sometimes-
moment you wake up.
Sometimes you don't even need to do anything. Just disconnect.
Disconnect.
Jerry loves disconnecting.
Sometimes.
From the responses that I got, I don't think I got any of these two.
Actually, I'm very curious to, once Jerry finishes to explain, really curious to know what people say, like what responses you got.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
fantastic.
Jerry,
Yeah.
just shut down.
Yeah.
Windows is not responding.
Disconnect. he's already disconnecting, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, yeah, just
he's in his
disconnect.
peaceful
Keep
moment.
it simple. Yeah, just disconnect. Take some time off. Go to the beach. Go for a run.
Yeah,
Sometimes even just sleeping. Oh my
I love
gosh.
sleeping, man.
Have you
Taking
you
naps? Praise
sleeping
God.
is. I think sleeping is by far the greatest. No, not the greatest gift. It's life, sleeping, life and death are the greatest gifts, and sleeping
Death
is
a
close
gift?
to.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
joking.
is
Yeah.
because it gives opportunity.
Yeah.
If you're reigning a king, when you die, your son
Next.
can now take over. It gives
Next in
You know what
opportunity.
that is?
Perspective.
Perspective.
That is perspective.
Okay, yeah. So sleeping is amazing. You hear, let's say, your week has been going great. Worst case scenario, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Disconnect. However you do it, there's plenty ways to do it. You sleep, you want to go to the beach, you want to go for a run. If that disconnects, you do something spontaneous, man.
Travel
go for
out
a
of
drive.
town. Yeah, travel out of
Just
town.
get on a bus. I've never done that, but I'm just saying, disconnect.
Disconnect. Yeah.
Disconnect.
No.
Powerful
Uncle,
thing.
please tell us what people had to say.
Oh, you're gonna have to listen at the very end of this episode.
Are you actually gonna put the?
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
And the funny thing is, I recorded these on the spot. Like, you know how spontaneous I can be sometimes. It's just like, yo, I've got a question. Answer this real quick. What's peace to you? So I asked them the same 3 questions and very interesting answers.
Okay.
Like I said at the beginning of this episode, everyone has a different way they manage their peace. They view peace differently, but it all comes down to the same thing. Mostly, it's finding that center, that quiet space, that you are okay in any situation kind of space. You're the bird in the waterfall.
And the Victoria Falls.
Victoria Falls.
I'm sorry, but
You guys, everybody can just say volcano. This guy's always trying to fuck me in it. Square up, boy. Put your gloves on.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, ladies and gentlemen. So we will give you our quotes for the night. Mine. Peace is a choice. You choose to be peaceful. You choose to have peace. You choose to. It's the same way as what we said in the previous episode. You choose to be happy.
yeah.
I greatly believe you choose to be at peace, because come rain, come sunshine, you will always have different situations attacking you. You will be happy at one point, you'll be low at another point. But if you manage to just stay calm, choose to be at peace in the moment, you'll find that you'll be all right. That's what I do.
That was a whole dictionary.
Yeah.
Is that the whole quote? Oh,
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, brother. On to you, Ness.
Few words. Won't say much. Life is perspective. What is your perspective?
Ooh, perspective. I'm gonna carry that one for the week.
I would say be okay with losing and learning.
I thought Jay was gonna say this.
Nice.
I know. I was also waiting. I was like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Scratch that.
Bad
There's plenty of ways to say that. That's my thought of the
bad
day.
influence, good advice. It's been another amazing podcast with the gents, the kings.
Yo,
I should
yo.
start calling you guys kings. Words, speaking power.
what it is, what
Kings.
it do, what one.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Bless.
Peace.
This is bigger.
Peace.
Peace. No pun intended.
All right, this is the background recording of Bigger podcast coming to you from, where are we? The cinemas. Yeah. I've got 3 guests with me, and simple question: what does peace look like to you?
Why are you starting with the guest? Okay, now I'll be a guest. But go around this little please.
It's tough. Okay, I'll go first. Peace. What does peace look like to you? You are content in the moment.
What are you wearing?
You are content in the situation. So peace can vary from person to person, I believe, and it would change depending on the circumstance or the situation that you're in. So let's say for students, peace will be I finished my assignment. I'm not gonna be stressing about it. That's an example. It's a small thing. Or I aced that quiz. Tojo. Yeah.
For me,
We made a deal that you're gonna be the last one to come, but then
I said that you were the first out of
I'm
everyone.
first.
Yeah. Okay. Peace. What does peace like look to you? What does peace mean to you?
Peace means to me everyone being like all kind to each other, you know,
Yeah.
and like always working together,
Yeah.
like just getting along together. That's what peace means to me.
Nice.
Peace is relaxing through the storm, regardless of what's happening around you.
Relaxing through the storm.
You can actually still sleep.
Matt. She referred to the Bible on that one. If you didn't get it, read the Bible.
Yeah, if you don't know Jesus, find him.
Sleep through the storm. You heard.
This means being
at peace, not having to worry about anyone else of this world except but your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Okay. That's a good answer.
You better not use that. That's not my for real answer.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
for real. It's
It's-
for real because
it-
it's the peace. But still,
It'll be used. It'll
give
be
you a
used.
better answer.
So how this works? This is just a free flow thing. So it'll be recording until you're done. Yeah. Is that what peace really means to you? Like it has to be more.
I think peace is more like a state of mind. Sarah, don't look at me like that. No, I'm just listening. No, I feel like it is a state of mind because you could be in a situation where you're stressed out, but the person next to you will be completely fine and calm because like they're not thinking about it the way you're thinking about it. So it's like your state of mind determines like how much peace you feel when you're in the environment.
That's dope.
Thank you.
Peace is still, being still.
Peace is being still.
Easy. Going to bed easy. If I can sleep on the pillow, like
That's peace.
yeah.
So what if your pillow is uncomfortable?
Get a new one. Look, the pillow, that's where the most unpeacefulness is. At the pillow, that's where you reflect the most.
That's true.
Most people get night shifts so that they can
They can
run away
avoid.
from it.
So am I running away from?
That's what you think about. But at the pillow, that's where you do your best reflecting.
It's basically like shower talk.
I was gonna come to that next.
Yeah.
Why peace is best at the pillow? Because the next day, when you step into the shower,
Yeah.
your planning must be as effective. If you reflect well on the pillow and sleep, when you step into the shower, it's easy for you to plan your day.
Okay.
You know, those deep conversations you have with yourself in the shower.
Yeah.
It's because you had a good sleep.
Facts.
Because,
And the shower takes longer. It definitely takes longer.
and that means you're not stressing about anything. Because for whatever reason,
Yeah.
you do your most stressing before you go to sleep.
It's knowing that even like trials and tribulations, they won't properly impact you. No matter what, you already have God by your side.
And
That
you're
even
still
when you're
gonna
going
go
through
through.
this, exactly. Like even when you're going through this, you don't focus on the stress. You don't focus on the situation.
Yeah.
You focus on what's afterwards. And
Okay. Yeah, and that's your peace. You find comfort in that.
yeah, knowing that no matter what I'm going through, I know that afterwards it's gone.
It's gone. So basically, it's you finding comfort in that whatever situation that you're in, there's still an other side. There's an end to it. There's still gonna be more on the other side. All right.
Wow.
What
To me, peace looks like joy, man.
peace looks like?
What is joy?
I think on like 2 episodes ago we said joy is an extension of happiness. When you're happy for a prolonged period of time.
Should
when
watch
your
your
happiness
podcast,
is-
hey?
You should.
I'll start now.
Especially the episode where I feature. That's the best episode.
Yeah, true. Kapi did take over.
I'll start now. But yeah, peace. I'm peaceful when I'm happy.
When you're happy.
And I'm happy when I'm peaceful.
That's something that you should just stick up in big.
Okay. Yeah. Preach to
Man.
us.
That's enough for the day.
Tranquility. It looks like chill vibes, like no stress.
Yeah.
You're not worrying.
Yeah.
You're just zen.
Yin yang balance.
Yin yang balance.
The good or bad, just
You're just coasting through. Not too fast, not too slow.
okay. How would you express your peace or exercise your peace, if that's a thing? Treadmill.
No, I'm
Treadmill.
joking.
Actually, no. I've heard from other guys that When it comes to the gym, yeah, it's like a therapeutic thing. So that's where they feel calm.
Yeah, that's why I even said treadmill, because I feel like a lot of guys. I feel like a lot of guys, like males, go through a lot of stress compared to like females. Like females can stress, but they'll just like cry about it. Like,
Yeah. Which scientifically, like when you cry, it's a release mechanism and you feel better. Which for guys it's like suppressed, like they don't do it.
Yeah, and for guys, because guys are known for being logical thinkers and they don't speak out. They suppress things and then they get more stressed. And because they don't express the thoughts as much, they're most likely to be more affected compared to by stress and stuff like that. And then you see like people committing suicide and like people doing things that they don't want to do, but they're pushed to that point where they have to do that because they can't control their thoughts and the stress is just too much. So I think it's important for like to speak out, like even if it's not that you have to go and cry to a lake, like giving, but like
giving vibes,
giving Zimbabwe, but definitely like speaking to maybe like another colleague, like a male friend, or like speaking to someone that you trust. I think that would be just a good way to like get yourself running again, or do things like going to gym if that helps you. But I feel like speaking out just does something, because then when you speak out, it's like your head is clearer.
You start letting go.
You start letting go, and you have more space to think about how to actually figure what you think about. Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, go do some stuff.
That is true.
I always work on my cars.
Oh yeah?
Work on my cars. Go out driving. Centers me in reality again.
I worship.
You worship?
Yeah.
Is that your
Honestly, I actually do. Like before, what I noticed there's a difference when I listen to like worldly music. As opposed to like worship and pray.
There's like a different environment that comes with it.
Everything is different. Even I feel like the way I am with people after listening to both types of music, there is a difference.
Oh yeah?
But like when I worship or like I listen to worship, I'm more calm and I have sound mind and I'm more logical. I feel like when I listen to anything else, I'm like so overwhelmed by whatever's happening in the music. I kind of take it out on whatever's in front of me.
Whatever's happening. So let's say you're listening to worldly music and you're driving from work. You get a ticket that week?
Not a ticket, I endeavor it, but I'll probably like almost hit someone. Like just like accidentally, like a little bit.
Okay. What are the favorite things to do that make you peaceful? Because you said it's a situation. Ooh, yeah?
To read.
You love to read. You're a reader.
I am a reader. A little bit.
She wears glasses, by the way, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's racist. Somehow.
I wear glasses too, so racist if I say it.
Oh yeah, true.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
I read to get peace. I feel like when I read, I feel like I'm in a whole other environment. Like, not that it makes me forget like something stressing me out, but it keeps me occupied and it makes me feel comfortable.
True. What do you read? Like, do you have any specifics that you go to? Do you just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Do you? Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm more into fantasy genre.
Oh.
I also like psychological thrillers. I'm not really a
some
romance
Sherlock
girl.
Holmes.
I'm not into romance, I'm sorry.
Pray. True. And talk to people. Talk to smart people. Yeah, wise people. Yeah, talk to wise people. Talk to wise people.
Okay. I see you. When when you find that your peace has been disturbed, right? Say you've had a good week, you come to Friday, you've been looking forward to Friday, and nothing is going right on Friday. Your peace has been disturbed. As you said, your zen is out of whack. What do you do? Starting from this side.
Sleep.
Sleep. Sleep.
Nah, I'm joking.
You get what?
What do you do? When your piece is disturbed, what do you do to get it back?
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
I like that. I like that.
Fixes all my problems.
All right, cool. This will be added, and yeah, everybody, you heard it first from Patrick. Go to sleep. Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I write.
You're right.
Like sometimes, if it's like too much, I have like Dear God letters in my phone.
That's dope.
So if I feel like it's too much, I kind of just like say like I'm here around people. I'll just like isolate myself and start writing.
Just like
because like I'm not one to like insult people.
So you need a release.
I need a release. That's my release. It helps. Or I'll just like near my house there's a lake that I go to. If I feel like life is just doing too much, I just drive there and I sit down and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's calming.
It's calming. It helps me a lot. Like if anything, that's probably the best thing that I've ever chosen to do for myself.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
I think of all good things.
Yeah.
Things that have given me peace before. I'm trying to distract my mind from it.
So you go back, you reflect on what gave you peace before, and be like, yo, okay, that gave me peace. Time to think about it. Dope. What advice would you have for someone that's looking for peace?
Seek it for yourself, not for someone else.
Seek it for yourself and not for someone else.
Yeah.
Dope. I don't know how clear this is gonna be, but I like this.
It depends what exactly disturbed your peace. Like if you got bitten by a spider, Shane, like like it actually depends.
Friendly neighborhood. I meditate. Spend time to reflect on what my next actions are. Plan out how I can handle what's disturbed my peace. Honestly, there's only a few things I can disturb my peace, and they're well within my reach of control. So 25.
Anything beyond your control, you're like, it's beyond my control.
Yeah.
My peace is
That's
coming
why
back.
there's God,
If you get bitten by a snake, right? You do like what was it Paul?
Get bitten by a snake, don't move.
Yeah, you know how Paul prayed and the spider bit him?
Yeah.
The snake.
Shake it off.
You shake it off. You just grab it by a snake.
No, I remind myself of my priorities and what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I just try to figure out
What's the next step?
Yeah, you think about it. You don't apply permanent action. You don't act permanently to temporary situations.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
There's so many things that disturb my peace.
Give me too.
And I have different responses. But
anyway.
Think it through. And like Delisa said, locus of control. What can I control?
Yeah.
What can I do? If it's an altercation with someone, do I need to just apologize for what I've done wrong?
Wait for them to apologize.
Yeah, or if they've done something wrong, just like, hey, that's them.
That's for everyone.
You guys don't care. Are you serious? Then why would you do?
Yeah, what? Okay, lucky last. What do you do to maintain or get back your peace?
I think for me, with the way that I view peace, it's more of a choice as well. So it's like, you choose in every moment to be calm, you choose to be peaceful.
Yeah.
So like Dalisa was saying, you can't control the things out of your control, but what you can control, you just maintain it. Sorry.
That's right.
Maintain like a level head, you look at it that way.
Yeah.
It stops you from, I wouldn't say all stress, but it keeps you calm.
It keeps you calm in the situation.
So in my opinion, it's a choice.
Okay. Valid answers.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah? You want to finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our peace talk. And remain peaceful. Don't be violent, but be peaceful.
Be very peaceful.
Yeah. Don't let your whole being be violent,
Yeah.
be peaceful because peace is good.
Very wise words.
You can get a piece of peace.
You can get a piece of peace, but you know what? I want the whole cake.
Okay. Go for it then, I guess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from Someone Cinema.